sure to follow our amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusion, Tax Strategy, Ask Blue Jay, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and Black Dollar Days. And be sure to tune into our other programming throughout the week. All right, y'all, let's get it. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live with your girl, MzMetchi. Brought to you by Philly 101.5 and Indy 95.3 and Fluent Radio. Shout out to our partners, Be Your Own Kind and Ms. Zeewiththetea, honey. And thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and last but not least, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Okay, tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Philly. All right, y'all, it's showtime. Let's get it.
Hey guys, this is Sandra from BossFluent Entertainment. We have some exciting news for you guys. Right now, we are looking for our next kidpreneur to be featured in our next issue of the mag, BossFluent Entertainment's publication. If you have a child that is 15 or under and has their own brand or company, and you would like them again to be featured in our next issue of the mag, contact us today. We do have availability for 2 participants at the moment at $50 per spread. Again, that is a discount and offer is expiring at the end of July, so act fast. Please contact us today if you are interested at pr.fluentradio889@gmail.com. And remember, here at Fluent Radio and BossFluent Entertainment, we keep all things fluent.
Yo, what's happening? Oh, it's about $2, Fabo. Bankhead, Fabo. Oh, hey, man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. And I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Ah! Oh, Fabo!
What it do? Your favorite cousin, Young Jock, checking in. And right now, you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite, MzMetchi, all right? Hey, man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Hey. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Let's get it. Listen, just vibe with me real quick. We're listening to the artist MzMetchi. Okay, it's lit. Welcome back. Hey. Grab your drink. I have a lot to talk to y'all about. My goodness. There's so much going on.
When I'm down, go live with me, hit the town, settle down, picnics in the park after dark. Ride with me.
Let's go, y'all. Let's get it. It's Thursday. What's going on? Hold on, let me get in these comments. Who vibing with me? Hey, Auntie Tracy, what's up, girl? Welcome back. Happy Thursday. I hope you are having an amazing week. I just have to vibe out real quick. Oh my goodness. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live. Okay, this week, I don't know about you all, but hasn't it been a little crazy? We got to catch up. If you're wondering what's on my playlist, that was the artist MzMetchi. Okay, that was Vibe With Me, available on all platforms. So wherever you listen to music, you can go and make sure you get in tune with the artist MzMetchi. She is the bomb.com. If you are looking for advertising, make sure that you reach out to me. Visit the bpmediacode.com for more information. Remember, I'm here for you. I want to promote what you have going on. Okay, so make sure that you get in tune with me. And she said, hey, you too. I love you too. Thank you so much for tuning in. Always with me every week. Shout out to all of my listeners in Chicago, Jersey, Philly, Houston. Okay. In case y'all didn't know, if you missed the big news, okay, the Blueprint Live is available not only on anywhere that you listen to your different shows or podcasts, but we are also syndicated on Fluent Radio. Okay. Philly Jams 95.3, Indy 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media out in Houston. So shout out to all of my listeners in all of those different states. I thank you so much for tuning in with me. I appreciate you all, and I hope wherever you are that you are having an amazing week. Okay, like let's do it. If you're tuning in with me, I want you to drop those businesses. Even if you happen to catch this broadcast through one of our syndicated stations, or if you are, you just listen or you go on Facebook or YouTube, make sure that you drop your business. Send me a message. I'm always reading different things that are coming in from my people. So I definitely want to be able to support and do anything that we can to promote and get the word out about what you're doing. Okay. Shout out to my amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusions, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, Black Dollar Days, and Paris Ice Bar. So Paris, shout out to my cuz. She actually has a bartending convention that she's going to be doing. So if you, any of my listeners are located in Florida, okay, this is coming up in September. I'm doing everything so that I can make sure I can get down there to celebrate with my good cuz, because she has been bartending for years, y'all. So, if you're looking for a mobile bartender, you need someone to pull up. She's not just, serving alcohol in Florida. She can come to you in Chicago, Jersey, Philly, Houston. She can come with you anywhere, okay? So if any of my listeners are tuning in with me and you are in need of a mobile bartending service, I want you to make sure that you link with my sponsor, Paris Ice Bar. Check her out. If you're down in that area in September, make sure that you go and stop by the convention. Go and get some premium cocktails that are crafted just for you, okay? That's happening down in Florida. That's September 17th, 2022. Our first event that's coming up that I'm super excited about is Fluent Radio's car show, okay? This is happening on August 13th. It's going down in Alsop, Illinois. So make sure that you are following Fluent Radio, staying up to date if you would like to enter your car. Because, see, I know some of my listeners got some real nice cars, okay? Y'all got some nice cars. If you want to show it off, make sure that you reach out to them to go ahead and be entered into the car show. So again, that's happening on August 13th. It's only days away. We're all super excited. I'll be providing a little bit of media coverage that day, and definitely will be on site checking out all of the amazing cars. So if you're not busy, make sure that you all come out. Okay, this is conveniently located right off of Pulaski, y'all. For my Illinois people, you can't miss it. So make sure you do that. And if you were tuning in at the top of the hour, I would like for you to go ahead, if you're in need of advertising or you're looking to get into a magazine. Okay. How many people want to be in a magazine? Me. I love to. Make sure that you're reaching out to Fluent Radio. They have some advertising things available with the mag. Okay. You all know that this is released a couple times out of the year, and you're able to advertise or have, an article about your business or whatever you got going on. My artists, my models, everybody, I want you guys to get in tune with the mag. And they're also, if you all listen to the commercial, they are going to be featuring a young entrepreneur. So Fluent Radio is definitely the place. Okay. Of course, where all things are fluent, baby. So I need you to get over there. I need you to get into that advertising. Okay. Let me get into these comments. She said, "You go, girl." Thank you. I'm going to try to go. I'm going to try to do what I can. Tonight's topic. Woo. Y'all, it's been so many things going on that I just decided tonight's, what we talking about? Get it off your chest. We gonna vent tonight. Whatever it is. We just gonna vent tonight, because why not? Okay? Why not? It's so many different things that we could talk about, but I just feel like, what? We are at a place in the year. We're in the midst of the third quarter. It is time to release all things that don't need to be attached to us. So when we vent tonight on the Blueprint Live, we just gonna let it go. We are going to let it go. Okay. So y'all make sure that y'all tune in for that. So hate it and love it. I think I'm going to end up blowing you guys' mind with this. So I feel like, what else can we do besides?
All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Whoo, baby. So my first hate it comes from our partner, Zeewiththetea. Shout out to Zeewiththetea. Shout out to BossFluent. Shout out to Be Your Own Kind. Okay, our partners for the show. Zeewiththetea, she posted this story. So, if you all have heard of a gentleman, he is a relationship coach, surprisingly. His name is Solomon Bucci. Okay, you all may have seen this post going around on Facebook. So this man is facing backlash after penning a love letter to his fiance. He starts this particular thing on Facebook with, "You're not the most beautiful woman." So let me run it back for you, just in case if you missed that. This man is engaged to his fiance, and he pins a love letter to her on his social media account, and he starts it off with, "You're not the most beautiful woman. Neither are you the most intelligent woman. But like, I've chosen to never find perfection in anyone else. I put my gaze on you. And with that commitment, we would mold ourselves for ourselves. Our perfection is in our commitment." Stating that you're not the most beautiful / intelligent might sound like it's not a compliment. Yeah, but it's realistic base for love. Acknowledging that my woman isn't the best, but I'm not looking for the best. I was looking for you and I found you. There's no best. There's just someone you choose and see the best in them. This is to me the real love, not the one that consoles itself in the faux reality that their partner is the most good looking, most intelligent, most successful person in the world. That's disingenuous, and doesn't give room for love to thrive. I love you, Onyafe. I'm committed to you. I miss you so much, but my love for you is stronger than distance. So does it sound like an insult or does it sound like an insult? I feel like I need a sip of my drink to fully digest the fact that this man, I would be so upset with Anthony if he got on Facebook. If my husband got on Facebook, or even when he was my fiance or just my boyfriend, honey, and you gonna start it off with, "You not the most beautiful and you not the most intelligent," you gonna have to take your page down. I'm going to destroy your social media. What do you mean? Not the most beautiful or the intelligent, but he said that he chooses her. So he has since taken that post down, because I remember seeing it and I was like, let me click on his page. In my opinion, my humble opinion, he was not a looker as far as I was concerned. He wasn't a looker. I was like, oh, it's giving busted and disgusted, honey. What is going on? Why would you say that about your fiance? Like, even if that's how you felt, why would you say that? Okay, and she said, I wouldn't marry him, really. Right. I wouldn't marry, baby. So you just gonna embarrass me before we get down the aisle. You just gonna say all of these things before we even make it down the aisle. Make it make sense. It's not making too much sense at this particular time. I don't know. Just wasn't feeling it. I feel like that there are some things that you just kind of need to keep in at that particular moment. And that was probably one of those things. He shouldn't have, even if that was in his mind and in his heart, he should have just kept it inside and not put that out as a display. And I mean, the part about it, when people post crazy stuff on Facebook, is that it's always like, wow, you've really got the unmitigated gall to say that. Like, why? What led your spirit to believe that was what you should have put on your social media? Because this is the thing, even though he has since deleted the post, right? Naturally, I mean, it caught screenshots. It made it onto the Shade Room. It made it onto Zeewiththetea, Hollywood Unlocked, all of these different things. So it's like, you are literally like getting clout off of insulting the person that you're claiming that you love. That's the love of your life. Because regardless of how you meant it, and even if she understood, like, okay, yeah, I understand what my fiance is saying. Because I'm just wondering, like, what is her letter to him? Like, you're not the most attractive either, would probably be my first set of sentences that I would start off with. You're not the most attractive to me either. Because what? Excuse me? That's definitely my hated it. My hated it is, we have to be very careful not to embarrass our significant others online. We shouldn't be embarrassing our family, our friends, our significant others, hell, ourselves. we shouldn't be embarrassing ourselves like that. Some things are just meant to be silent thoughts that are not really given much life after that, right? Like it just, to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I was very sad for her when I read it. I'm like, wow, this is how your dude like decided to go online and just be real extra. I don't understand that. I don't know, y'all. That one kind of struck a nerve with me because I was like, "Ooh, how dare you, honey?" So, Auntie Tracy, I agree with you. I wouldn't marry him either, baby. I wouldn't have anything for him. We don't have nothing to talk about because that's what you choose to get online and say. You can't just say you love me and that you chose me and that I'm your person, I'm your soulmate. You had to then insult me and do all of that. And then for him to be like a quote unquote relationship coach. How in your mind did you like say, hey, you know what? Nah, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Like, how did those words come to you when you're an actual relationship coach? It's a problem. I agree. She said doing too much. I agree. Auntie Tracy, it was absolutely ridiculous. I could not believe that he said that. You put it out there and it's literally going to live there. When you guys have kids, they're going to be able to go at some point in these archived records and know that you said this about mom. What happens when you have a daughter, right? What are the things that you're saying to them? Oh, you're not that pretty, but you're my child. I love you. I laid with your mother who I didn't think who was too attractive either. And we made you and now you look like this. Like, how do you do that? Like, if you can cut down like your significant other, the cycle only continues. So you cut down anybody that's around you at that point, you know? As Tracy said, that's how you feel about me. ... Really. Yeah. It's like, how can you come up with that in your mind and feel like that's okay? It's not okay. It's not okay at all. She said that's a red flag. I completely agree. Like for me, I think when I think about long-term relationships, especially like when you're thinking about marriage and things of that sort, and you know, essentially you're binding your life with someone. You want to spend your life with them. How you all speak to each other, that's very like important. I had to get that light, y'all. It was shining so bright. I was like, wait, I'll go take it up a notch. I'm like, oh my gosh, the lights, honey. All of the lights. So that's the number one, hated it. I agree that it is totally a red flag. So some of this I'm going to save for my vent session that we're going to have because I want you all to vent too. Auntie Tracy, I know you're listening. If you got something to vent about tonight, we're going to do that with tonight's topic. But definitely another hated it is, you know, naturally I commute into work. So I see like all of the traffic. I see all of the construction and different things. And this morning I was just, I was horrified, y'all. I drove past probably one of the worst car accidents that I've seen in years. Like I think the last one that I saw that was pretty crazy was when we drove to Memphis for my sister's bachelorette party, and we saw a guy kind of like get tossed off of his motorcycle. But this particular scene that I saw this morning, the person was laid out, y'all, on the Bishop Ford. Like I've never seen anything like that, like up close. Like that stuff you just see on television, or you might see the pictures or whatever the case is. But it literally halted traffic going southbound. And everyone, of course, was stopping going into the Chicagoland area. And it was just really, really scary. And it's like that on top of when you get downtown. Lollapalooza is going on this week. So if you are trying to drive downtown and you're trying to go do brunch or do anything, please know that you are going to run into a lot of detours. Okay. So I'm going to have to go ahead and say that round up just the traffic and some of the incidences that we're seeing. You know, people are getting shot. They're literally like dying, just trying to go back and forth to work and commuting. Y'all be safe out there. Like, I'm just hating how things are going. It's like you got to worry about crazy drivers, shootings, you know, just all types of crazy stuff. So be safe out there, you know, just do what you can. That's definitely got to be the hated it. So if anybody was in traffic this morning and you saw that, oh my goodness, like, wasn't it crazy? That's all I can say. If you happen to be listening to the show and you was on there this morning and saw that, like, the body laid out right in between 147th and 159th, y'all, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Not up close like that. Like, that was a pretty bad accident. So prayers to that family. The love it has definitely got to be. Y'all know I've been talking to y'all about it. I've said it a few times over the last couple weeks. I'm finally going on vacation again. Somebody told me, they like, you always on vacation. I'm like, I only go once quarterly. I try to do 2 international trips and 2 stateside trips, you know, like in the US. I'm a firm believer that you have to go and take that time off. And when I have my time off, I like to have my toes in the sand. I like to be double fisting drinks. I like to have a vacation. I love traveling with my husband. Oh my goodness, y'all. I love traveling with, and that's the love it this week. I can't wait to travel with him. You know, it's nothing like when you go with your significant other, you know, it's unlimited drinks. Okay. Y'all know the vibes. Okay. I'm married. I'm currently trying to expand my family. And I tell you what, my love it this week, not to be TMI, but it's definitely going to be fun, honey. That's all I got to say. Unlimited drinks, me, him, the beach, sand in my toes. Okay. Hoochie outfits from Shein.com. It's lit. It's lit. I'm trying to be like Mai Tai, rum, alcohol, tequila, whatever. Like, we switching it up. Every day is a different theme, a different liquor is lit. So I'm excited for that. Hold on, let me adjust, honey. Let me adjust. Things was trying to peek through. Like, baby, no wig, no, you didn't get excited. Don't do that. Okay. So yeah, the fact that vacation is coming up, because let me tell you, part of my vent session that I'm gonna have on the show tonight has been about work, y'all. It's been about that. And honestly, it's been so bad that you all know, for those that may be new to the show, I had a limited series entitled Corporate Chronicles. And you know, and on that show, you know, I talked about just different ways to like navigate within the corporate world. And I made it a limited series because I felt like that I had really like touched on a lot of the things that went on. But I can say that as my career and things, as far as my 9 to 5 life, because I'm a corporate-preneur, things have kind of expanded in my skill set and just the different things that I'm noticing. And I feel like I have more information and things to offer. So I'm going to have to say that probably my second love it, because I've got 2 love it's tonight. It's usually only one, is going to be the fact that I feel inspired again. Like, I have told you all that one of my mantras is turning pain into power. And there were things like last week, I just want to thank everybody that listened in, that gave me a moment to just kind of vent about all of the crap that was going on in my workplace. Because it was something that, you know, it affected me, you know, and it made me feel some type of way for sure. So I wanted to have that time, but you know, this week has been even more crazy. So to give you a quick snippet, of course, got passed up for a promotion. Okay, you know, whatever. But still ended up being the one to have to do everything over these last few days and possibly going into next week. Because everybody basically, like, it was like the promotion, everything was finalized, and it's like, boom, you working by yourself. And I'm just like, y'all, this is the whole building. And we got we got a team member down due to COVID. You know, it's a lot of different intricacies of things that are going on this week. And I'm like, I need a break. And I find that when I've been looking at my phone and I'm seeing that countdown that I have on my phone, like, boom, it's almost over. You almost out of here. I literally, like, every time a day comes off of that countdown, I be wanting to scream, like, because I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I was just in Rainbow today. Shout out to all my ladies that still like to shop at Rainbow. Don't judge me. I know y'all being like all of the expensive stuff, and y'all shop at Akira and all of that. Baby, $20 gonna take me far. I shop at Farm and Mills and City Trends, baby. MzMetchi gonna make it styled up for less. Okay. But I was in there before I got on the show. I'm like, okay, let me just slide in here, see if I can get me a little sundress and whatnot. But literally every time I look at that countdown before vacation, I be wanting to come out my skin. I'm so ready and I need a break. So I say all that to say, if any of y'all is out here, y'all working hard, you got a lot on your plate, you might be just, a sole business owner and you got whole bunch of orders, a whole different, you just got a lot going on. We got Fluent Radio that's got the car show coming up. Okay, that you just got different things, and you just need to take that moment to just breathe. You got to take that time off to just unplug, do something for yourself. Okay, I hope that whenever you can schedule that for yourself, you got to do it. I was talking to one of my girlfriends today, and she's just like, I'm stressed out. Her job is just all types of stuff, and I'm like, girl, take a break. Take a break, because if nothing else, what I saw when we did lose a team member recently on my team, as far as their work, was just how quickly they'll replace you. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear about it and everybody be like, oh, you better do for yourself and take some time out for you, because if you don't, they ain't gonna do nothing but replace you, or something happened to you, or you die because you stressed so bad about your job, they will replace you in 2 seconds. And when you see it up live, it's just like, whoo, you guys weren't joking. Right? You guys were not joking. So definitely take that time. That's going to have to be the second loving for tonight, y'all. I told you, we got some stuff. Okay. Now look, it's time to pay some bills, but I tell you what, this, what would you do? Somebody is going to be able to feel this, what would you do? And I have to know what you think about it. Because when I read it, I was just like this. Couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. So after we take this quick break, we'll be right back with tonight's What Would You Do? Y'all, I don't even know what we're going to say to this, but I'm interested to know what you think. So we'll be right back.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. And now, introducing one of the newest BossFluent creations, Lady. Lady is a women's fragrance that will leave men mesmerized and have you feeling beyond amazing. Its sweet and soft aroma will bring out your inner divine feminine and keep him wanting more, over and over again. Lady, a BossFluent product coming soon. Make sure you check out our fragrances and much more online at www.bossfluentent.com. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
I can literally never get through the show without making and having one little hiccup. It's so annoying. Anyway, okay. Tonight's What Would You Do? Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? Because it's a lot. It's a lot. Hey, cuz, Paris Ice Bar is in the building. Thank you for tuning in with me, cuz. If you are on this live, share this live, okay? I want y'all to share it up. Shout out to Fluent Radio, Mixed Talk Media, Jams 95.5, and Indie 101.5, okay? It's lit. I'm getting my numbers all mixed up. Why am I having a dyslexic moment? Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get into tonight's What Would You Do? So listen up. This lady's boyfriend is stalking his ex on Facebook. Okay? PSA. Tonight's What Would You Do? Okay? So I did something bad, and I snooped through my partner of 8 years search history a few times. I don't know why. It's not like I don't trust him. First time I noticed he was checking out his ex's profile. I thought, okay, no big deal. We all get a little curious at what exes might be up to. I don't. but okay. When I snooped the next couple times, it seemed to be a trend for him to check up on her maybe twice a week. He also checks up on some other girls. He doesn't seem to do much else besides look at their pics. This is making me pretty upset. My stomach feels in a knot, and my anxiety has shot through the roof. I know I brought it upon myself, and I feel so guilty for snooping, but this is making me feel so self-conscious. We have 2 kids, and on top of doing most household chores and cooking, I don't pay too much attention to my appearance anymore. I haven't let myself go, though I do try a little on some days. I've been acting cold towards him, and he hasn't even asked me what's wrong. He probably doesn't even notice that I'm upset. What is he looking for? Am I right to feel disrespected? Is this normal? What would you do? So we got a young lady, okay? She went through her guy's phone. She saw that he's been going through, like, kind of like looking at some pictures and browsing and perusing his ex's page, as well as some other select women. She's sitting with this because she snooped in his phone. So technically she wouldn't have saw it if she didn't go through the phone. And she is asking for some advice as far as what we would do. I feel like I need a sip for this. They got 2 kids. She not keeping herself up 100%. She tries to do what she can, but she not doing too much. Seems like his interest is kind of floating online in other places. Now, I don't know about you all, but I see posts from different men and women all the time that's basically like, stay out my inbox. You got somebody, whatever, and it just be people all the time that's like online, or they posing, or they're lurking and possibly doing some things that they really have no business doing, right? And I mean, okay. This is what I would tell you, sis. Now, I have been, oh my goodness. I've been with my husband for 11 years. We've been married for 4 and some change now. And I can be very transparent with you all. And I could say that when I first got in a relationship with him, no woman can sit on here. Even the most beautiful women can't sit and say that they have never had any type of like insecurities about themselves at some point. And I have to be honest, when I met my husband, I had, if you all, if for anybody that knows our story, my mother had just transitioned, right? So at that point, I was kind of like binging, drinking alcohol. I wasn't really 100% taking care of myself because realistically, I was depressed. I can be honest with that. So I was, I've always been a plus size woman, but at that time I can say that was when like things had kind of gotten out of control. I just was not fully doing what I needed to do to make sure that like I knew I'm pretty, I never felt like, oh, I'm so ugly, but I was like, I'm fat as hell, let's keep it a buck, let's keep it a buck. And Anthony's ex, she was, I believe a Hispanic woman, very shapely, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I think she had the face of a horse. I stand by that. And that's not being a hater, but if y'all ever saw it, then y'all would be like, yeah, it's giving like the horse from Family Guy. But that's a side note. I'm not trying to be messy, but needless to say, I did, when we very, very, very first was dealing with each other, I went through his phone, y'all. I did. And Anthony knows this. If you listening, you already know the story. You know the vibes. So he had gone into the gas station and she sent a message, y'all. And we had been dating for like several months at that time. And she sent like a Valentine's Day thing. So it's like she had her ass, she had her booty out and all types of stuff. And, it was also like, oh, I miss you, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, baby, doll, we full-fledged. This is my man. Okay, this is my man. And I, ended up seeing when I saw the message that, she had reached out several times. Okay, she had reached out, and was, sending enticing things like, the vibes. Okay, we don't have to go there. And oh my gosh, y'all, I was stewing because I'm just like, why is she not blocked? I had 1,000 freaking questions, right? And I tried to keep it to myself for as long as possible. And anyone that knows me for real, y'all know I express myself. I say things even when it's bothering me, even if it's something that's going to be a harsh truth. I speak my truth. I say whatever it is that I need to say. So it did not come out initially. I sat there. I was kind of quiet when he got back in the car. And he just like, babe, you know, what's wrong with you? Like, you acting weird or whatever the case is. Now, funny thing is, I mean, even early on in the relationship, my husband like knew me, you know what I'm saying? Like he knew the type of person that I was. And it ended up coming out in an argument, probably like maybe a few days later. And I'm like, you know, you got this, you know, texting you, blah, 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 like you acting weird with me, you know, it came out. So the best thing that you could do is just keep it real. Like, yes, was it very, very salty of me to have to admit that I did some real insecure type of stuff? Because nobody wants to talk about those moments. Everybody just be like, oh yeah, I'm the stuff, da, 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 da. But when I saw her name pop up on that phone, I'm like, hey, yo, bing bong, you're my dude. So why is she still in communication with you, right? Like, it's going to come out. So the best thing, and we say this every week with what would you do is to communicate. You're going to have to take the L for the fact that you went through his phone. If that's what you're trying to avoid, yeah, you're going to have to tell on yourself, baby, in order to get some real answers and have some real conversations. Let me get in the comments real quick. Hey, Chanel, my sis. Oh my God, y'all, my sis. And y'all, it was just her birthday not too long ago, period. She said, I can only sit on my info for so long before I'm ready to discuss. Boom. Boom. And this is the thing. Like, if you try to keep it in, it's going to come out in a way that's not going to be productive for the relationship. So even thinking back on my own situation, that day I should have been like, you know what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see Shorty text you. Like, I could have, honestly, if I would have approached it with Anthony at the time when it happened all of those years ago, you know what I'm saying? The day that it happened, it wouldn't have been such a salty conversation. Because honestly, like when I think back on it, I'm like, I could have probably like played it off like, you know, oh, I see your girl is reaching out to you. Who is she? You know, and me and Anthony, we talk to each other. We've been together so long. We talk to each other like homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got something I want to talk to you about. I want to discuss. But we were so early in the relationship, it was hard to do that. Baby, you done had 2 kids by this man. Have a conversation. Have a conversation. Chanel says, speak your truth. On horse face. Chanel, if you still on here with me, tell me, do you remember me showing you the picture of who she was? Because sis, I need some, oh my goodness, because I know who. She did. Oh my goodness. And it's like, and then, you know, the crazy part about it is I really didn't have no beef with the fact that, you know, like of course he dated before me. I dated before him. But she had when we went public with our relationship, she hopped on a status and was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she called me a cow. I'm like, I'm a cow? Baby, you a horse. You feel me? Your face is giving horse. It's giving horse from Family Guy. Where are my Family Guy people at? Y'all know what it is. Yes, I'm going to speak my truth. Chanel, if you saw that picture, tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Hey, Lynn, thank you so much for tuning in. She said, yes, she needs to say what she did because if she gets angry, she will blurt it out. That part. Hey, you know, I was, you know, online and I went to search something and I saw, you know, this search come up. Like, baby, swing it to your benefit if that's what you're trying to avoid. But you are going to have to say that you saw something because you can't hold on to that. It's not good to hold on to things. And because what we don't recognize is that when we hold on to stuff, it does change how we act and how we react and how we interact with people. More so our significant others, because this is who you live with. This is you all share the same dwelling. Okay. You can't keep that to yourself for very long. So this is the thing. It may be innocent. Now, she said in there, it's common for people to go and look at their ex's profile. Maybe I'm part of just like that small percentage that I don't care to check on them like that. I don't. I would check on an old friend or maybe someone that I don't talk to versus like an ex like that. That's not really my forte. It's like, hey, you're an ex for a reason. Yeah. Chanel said she saw the pic. She said, but I'm gonna sip this blueprint live tea, ma'am. It was giving horse. Chanel also says she should be truthful about going through his phone because she's gonna have to indulge where she got that information from. I agree. Yeah, she's gonna have to be open about that and have a real conversation, because if not, it's going to come out and it's going to manifest a conversation that she's not going to be ready for. Chanel also added, I don't care to check on my exes either. Bye. We don't need to. I'm not checking on you. Why? I don't care what you have going on. Hey, I hope that you're, of course, alive and you're healthy and you're good and that life is great to you. But I don't need to witness it at any type of capacity. So for me, like, if I told y'all my tea, Anthony be like, you be telling my tea. I don't care. We have to have real conversations, right? There's things, especially I tell people, the longer you with somebody, the harder it is, right? Because things change, things happen. This woman has had 2 kids by this man. Her body has probably changed. Her mindset. She's probably not as happy-go-lucky and, oh, let me get up and look like an Instagram model every day. She's got 2 kids she's trying to rear at this point. So if he's getting curious, or maybe it's just, he saw her page, he's just looking for a little eye candy, it's hard, right? It's hard to have certain conversations with your significant other, like, hey, I kind of want you to spruce it up. That having a conversation like that, it could be detrimental to some relationships. It can. It could just be like, hey, there's something. Yeah, now we over because you insulted me. You made me feel some type of way. But when you're locked in with somebody, you can have those conversations. Anthony could be like, you have not done anything all week, all weekend. You're being a bum. Get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we have those conversations. I could just be like this. Hi, new version of J. Cole. It's time for aligning. It's time for a lock retwist. And when we can have those conversations with each other where it's just like, hey, it's like, I'm looking at you every day. Get up and do something to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get it together. I laid up and took my hair down and had all types of stuff. My hair be on my head. I'll be looking like a Cynthia doll from the Rugrats. And Anthony be like, where's the comb and the brush? You got some mousse or something? What you gonna do with yourself? What are you gonna do? And you have to have those conversations. So if he's just looking, he may just be perusing through the stuff because it's like, clearly I was his ex. He thought she was attractive to an extent, get down to the root of whatever it is so that you can, put away those insecurities. You want to be with somebody where you feel secure. That's what it's all about. It's all about that. Lynn said an ex is an ex. I agree. I don't want to check on none of them. You can't even get a happy birthday afterwards. It's not being bitter. It's not being none of that. But why do I need to speak to you? Why do I need to look at your page? I have no interest in what you have going on. It's a little bit too much. Auntie Tracy said, keep it 100. Period. Hey, I saw some search history on your phone. You kind of peeping your ex-girlfriend, like, what's going on? Y'all having conversations? Ask those questions. They may seem like they coming out the rear. You can address where you had him messed up after he addresses why he's looking at his ex like that. Because my whole thing is the ex is the ex. What you communicating with them for? Y'all ain't got no kids. It's not like you going like, oh, let me go to so-and-so page so I can like the picture, of my kids. It's not even none of that. Why are you on your ex's page, right? Like, the fact, like, for me, it'd be a red flag for me when people are in relationships and they can't speak their mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't speak their mind. They can't say the real. They feel like that they have to run it through a filter. If we gonna be together and we doing life together, I gotta be able to be unfiltered with you. For real. I gotta be able to be unfiltered with you. It's just no other way as far as I'm concerned. So Chanel is laughing. She said, where's the comb and the brush? Anthony will ask me that. Yes, we've had to have some conversations. Babe, you're not motivated. You not doing what you need to do. When I tell you all, I mean, I'm very candid about a lot of things on the show. And I've had moments and pauses in my life, and even in the duration of doing the show and in my media career, where I wanted to stop it. I'm like, I'm just not, it's too much. It's this, it's that. And he's had to even have a hard conversation with me, like, you know, like, I mean, to the point of, hey, you lacking this motivation and you speaking down and speaking negatively is a turnoff. Okay. So let's go there. Let's go there to the hard conversations where you just like, you know, and this is your significant other. So when they say something to you, it is significant, right? You know what I'm saying? Tell me how you feel. What can I do to fix it? You think that if I done chose to do life with you, that I'm trying to do things that are unattractive? You know, and it's like Anthony, he's a little bit different. Yeah, I mean, you know, he happened to score a pretty woman. You know what I'm saying? But there's other things that he looks for as far as like the motivation, you know, the inspiration, having that positive attitude, getting up, going for it, being headstrong about things, you know, being a boss, being stuff like that. Those are the things that get him. So even when I'm slipping on my pimping, you know, he will check me on that. And it's like, I welcome that. Anybody, if you in a relationship where it's like something happened or you see some stuff and you can't approach it, you scared to talk about it, I'm looking at that situation side eye, because why are you scared? I don't know. Chanel and Tracy, they deal with each other. So my advice, and it seems like that it's the consensus for everybody that has tuned in and dropped their comments, sis, you are going to have to say something. You know how they say, if you see something, say something. Say something. You had 2 kids by this man, baby. You did the unthinkable. For some, impossible. You had 2 children by this man. If he doing something to offend you, if nothing else, because I tell you what, I don't have kids yet. But if it was a situation like this and I'd had your babies, I didn't have not one, but I had 2 of them, I'm gonna ask you whatever I want to, because I birthed your kids. So you looking at her because she probably, you know, she got a body, yada, 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 yada. I brought life into the world that gives women a permanent exemption to be whatever. Do whatever you want to do, okay? Live your best life. If you get up and you've been nursing children and you can't put on clothes and you can't get dolled up and sit and put on 2 pounds of makeup or whatever it is that these guys be expecting, these unrealistic expectations of how you're supposed to look. Because this is the thing. This ain't the old days, okay? Take me back to the old days where you could get pregnant and you could have your kids and then you could sit at home and you know, be all, oh, and I'm ready for you. You brought the bacon home, so I'm going to cook it. No, these mothers out here, these women are out here getting it. They're getting up, getting the kids together, taking them places, you know, taking them to school, day camp, wherever you got to rear your children, going to work, going back to pick the kids up, to go home to feed the kids, feed you, okay? And then still find some time for themselves. And it's like in the midst of that, you expect them to be a video vixen at all times. Not saying that that's what this dude is doing, but a lot of the times when you see guys that have drifting eyes or different things like that after they, you know, they got a family and they all in somebody's inbox because she looked good, but you got your whole baby's, not baby mama, we don't use that word. You got your child's mother that had brought life into the world for you, your seed, your legacy. And then you got the nerve to be looking at other women like, get real. It's too much. I'm sorry. Tracy said true that. I'm sorry. We just have to speak on it. With this one, like I said, I mean, I don't even have kids and no stuff like that or have these problems, at least that I know. But Anthony already know what it is. If I see something that's off, I'm finna pull up. Like, baby, we've been up in this thing for 11 years. You gonna wait till year 11 to act crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, you know, as time evolves and as you get a deeper connection with somebody, having certain conversations, it shouldn't be, oh, what should I do? You just gonna have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Chanel said, I could be better. Life is kicking my butt right now, but I'm fighting back. I hope you're doing well. Dance emoji. Sis, life too has been kicking my butt, and I'm gonna dance with you. Period. So I think that we can all agree on that she needs to get it together. She said we need to talk. We will. We have to talk. Yes, ma'am. We will. So look, time to take a really quick break, okay? And when I come back, we're gonna get into what's happening, what's up. And y'all, I got a story that's it's really, really crazy to me, but let me go ahead. Let's get into them. Let's pay some bills real quick. And when I come right back, we're gonna get into it.
Hey guys, this is Sandra from BossFluent Entertainment. We have some exciting news for you guys. Right now, we are looking for our next kidpreneur to be featured in our next issue of the mag, BossFluent Entertainment's publication. If you have a child that is 15 or under and has their own brand or company, and you would like them again to be featured in our next issue of the mag, contact us today. We do have availability for 2 participants at the moment at $50 per spread. Again, that is a discount and offer is expiring at the end of July, so act fast. Please contact us today if you are interested at pr.fluentradio889@gmail.com. And remember, here at Fluent Radio and BossFluent Entertainment, we keep all things fluent.
Hey y'all, it's your girl MzMetchi checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
I finally got it right. Finally got it right. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live. If you're just tuning in with me, shout out to Fluent Radio. So you all know the car show is coming up August 13th. I'm literally about to beat it in y'all head, okay, that the car show is coming up in Alpha, Illinois, August 13th. So make sure you all get in tune. And then if you have a kid that is an entrepreneur, I want you all to refer them and go ahead and reach out to Fluent Radio so that they can be featured, okay? They can be featured in the mag. Okay, I'm so thankful to, be in their publication. I love them. So, shout out to them. All my listeners in Chicago, Houston, Jersey, Philly was good. Okay, it's lit. Now tonight, what's happening? What's up? Okay, I got a couple stories for you all, and let's start here, and then we're gonna take it up. Did you all hear about the woman who is facing charges after she shot her husband in a hotel room in DC? Last Thursday evening, when she learned that he was molesting children at her daycare center. People are calling immediately for her release. Okay. She explained to investigators that she and her husband had been married for 5 years and lived together in Baltimore. She learned about the molestation accusations against her husband after several children from her daycare, Little Kids Castle, told her that he was molesting them. She reported her husband to the authorities in Baltimore. Her husband, check this out, is a retired Baltimore City police officer. Y'all, he was a retired police officer and was doing this to these children. Now, she did shoot him, and he did live. He was picked up this week by the authorities due to the accusations against him. Wow. That is some stuff for you. Hey, Lauren, thank you for checking in with me, sis. Make sure that you drop the link for your art show and then for our Blunted Essentials, okay? So if y'all looking for a little clip to put y'all little, stuff in, y'all want to make sure y'all check out my girl. Yes, sis. This young lady, that is a tough situation. I mean, she's like, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And I'm not mad at her. I mean, oh my goodness. It's such a touchy situation because it's just like, we need to be keeping our hands and our weapons and things like that to ourselves. But I mean, this is her life. This is her reputation. This is her daycare. These are somebody's children, right? It's a tough situation. It's real tough. I'm glad that they finally got him, because what I thought was so crazy when I first heard the story was the simple fact that like he hadn't been arrested yet. He was just like, he's like, hey, I'm fighting for my life, like this woman and shot me up, and it's just like, baby, and she kind of did it a little bit with good reason. You feel me? Like what's going on? Lynn said, yes, I heard about it, and many times law enforcement get a pass. He's lucky to be alive. Yeah, and I hope that all of those children that he did that to, that they are able to get justice, even though they're little babies. These are children. I'm hoping that there's some justice that's served with that situation, and that this lady is let off with like probation or something like that. I don't know how strict the laws are. I would imagine in DC it's probably a little bit crazy, but to do this to her, and it's like, you putting everything on the line. This is her whole, this when you have your own business, like these are our babies, and her job was literally to take care of the little babies. And imagine you drop your child off only to find out that the significant other of the person that you left them in their care, that they're doing something as horrific as what her husband was doing. Very unfortunate situation. I'm definitely going to share the link to the story, and I'm going to try to see, if there's any like legitimate like GoFundMe's or different things, even to like raise her bail, because I don't think sis should be locked up. And that's my personal opinion. I hope I don't make anyone upset or offend anyone, but that is my truth, and I stand on that. If you're doing stuff to kids, you don't deserve too much mercy as far as I'm concerned. No. Leave the babies alone. Leave everybody alone. You shouldn't be doing that to nobody, but the babies, the children, the teenagers, children. Don't do things like that to separate their innocence. Like, if you are a child, you should be allowed to grow up and be an adult and establish your own sexuality versus those things being forced upon you. So shame on him for doing that. And the fact that he's like a retired cop, it's just like, what were you doing when you were in the line of duty? I have questions. Okay. That's a lot to that. Auntie Tracy said in that order. Yeah, that's how I feel. It's weird. Lauren said, I don't get how people can do that to kids. Me either. It's just like, how sick do you have to be in your head? Honestly, how sick are you in your head that you have to do that to a child? As children, it's like, you don't know about consent and different things. Those are things that should not be introduced to you until you are of age, as far as figuring out your sexuality, having sexual experiences. It's not supposed to happen then. That's just not the way that it's supposed to be. So yeah, I'm not mad at sis at all. Lauren said she agrees. She said, I would probably be in jail too if it were me. Absolutely. Like, I'm gonna turn you into the authorities, but we're gonna have to get some things settled beforehand. So that was something that's going on. Now, some news, political news. A group of House Democrats introduced a bill this Tuesday to enact term limits on the Supreme Court justices, arguing that the move will restore legitimacy and independence to maintain the nation's highest court. The legislation, titled the Supreme Court Tenure, Establishment and Retirement Modernization Act, will authorize the president to nominate Supreme Court justices every 2 years in the first and third years after a presidential election. The justices who have been on the court the longest will be moved to senior status first. If confirmed by Senate, those individuals will serve a maximum of 18 years on the bench. After their tenure is complete, the Supreme Court justices would retire from active service and assume senior status. Now, you're probably like wondering, like, okay, why should we care about that? When you have people that are literally like in the Supreme Court for so long, you would imagine how like kind of backwards that could be after a while, because most of them are not changing with the times, if that makes sense, right? They're not moving forward with the times. So we have to just be very cognizant of what's going on and keep an eye on this particular news, because that's how Roe versus Wade and all of these different things in legislation were able to be reversed, because we've got people in there that's got these old like values and morals, right? And they haven't moved with the times. Auntie Tracy, if you still here, Lynn said, hey, cuz. We gonna see myself. So I'm excited about our family reunion. It has been a very, very long time since we've gone. I have not been to a family reunion on my mom's side since before my mom passed on. So I'm super excited. Y'all, I have like cousins and family members that I have not even like met. And we've only interacted online at this point, but I get to like see them and hug them and just be like, hey guys, just a whole different extension. And Lynn, I'm so thankful. I know you're on with me. I'm so thankful for you. What's happening? What's up? Like, this is outside of news stories. What's happening? What's up is that Lynn has been able to be the bridging gap for a lot of our family members on my mom's side. And it means so much because my mom is gone. So to be able to have these different connections and the opportunity that we're going to be able to see them soon and meet face to face is super exciting. So Lynn, thank you so much. You always tune in and you support your little cuz. So I appreciate you. We are going to tear Atlanta down. She said, Atlanta, here we come. We are about to tear it down. Okay. We're about to tear it. Lynn, I might bring one of my best friends because my best friend is down there too. So we're going to come through. We're going to have to get her a shirt like, baby, you're going to be a lynch today. Okay. But get it together. Auntie Tracy says she hoped that all is well. So I love my family, y'all. Get with y'all family, okay? But yes, we need to stay on top of this legislation and the things that are going on, in the news, okay? Because in case y'all didn't know, they're trying to push back the student loans again. I hope it happens. They sent me an email and they said, oh yeah, payments are going to resume on September 1st. I'm like, yikes, don't come back. Keep the payments going forever and ever. Okay. We're done. So they are trying to do that. So stay on top of that. And then also what's happening is, for my people that have worked in public service, even, if you've ever worked in public service at any point and you have student loans, they currently have a forgiveness program that's typically, it's very stringent requirements that are going on right now, but they are offering a waiver. So they will waive payments, any payments that you've made or any payments that were deferred during that time. They will go ahead and forgive those. Okay. So I don't even know if I had any loans to forgive, but I did work in public service for about 2.5 years. So I'm going to try to see if I can get 2.5 years worth of payments shaved off of my loan. They're offering this opportunity until October 31st of this year. So this is definitely news that you could use, because if anybody has student loans by me, we are looking for some type of forgiveness. I'm like, my colleges did not close, but anything that we can do to save some money and take that equity and put it somewhere else where we see fit. I got listeners that are trying to buy a house. They want to buy a car. They want to, have investment properties. They want to buy a boat. If you can get a couple years shaved off your student loans, I encourage you to do this program. Again, I'm going to be dropping some links for you all on the Blueprint Media Company page. So make sure that you're following, just so that you all can have these updates. And even if you can't use it, you can share it with somebody that can. Okay. So that's definitely what's happening. What's up? Now, the last story, I'm not sure if you all have been hearing in the news about, I'm going to say just a socialite. Her name is Gina Tu. She's an Instagram model that's been connected with a lot of different celebrities, and she is coming very dangerously close to passing away from AIDS. Her doctors believe that she has carried this, and Zeewiththetea did report this, so you all make sure you follow her for tea and news. But they're saying that she's probably had it for about 8 to 10 years. Now, she's been linked to the likes of Chris Brown, your Nick Cannons, but she did an Instagram live not too long ago. And I mean, you guys, she's in really, 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 really bad shape. Really bad shape. Like, she's sick, like how you used to see like back in the day, when like the AIDS epidemic was going on and all of these different things were in the news and people were getting so terribly ill from this illness. And it's really sad to see, and naturally it's just, of course, there are always such nasty comments. Oh, they're so nasty. That I just was like, I'm going to report on this. I want to know if you guys have seen it, but it's just a lot going on. So definitely praying for her, even if, no matter what you're doing, you can, or whatever the case is, get yourself tested. I mean, if you go to work like me, like a lot of my listeners, you got insurance, get your testing done. Go every year. If you're old enough to get a mammogram, get a mammogram. whatever it is that we need to do to check on ourselves. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, everybody has different faiths, but I just believe when it's your time, it's your time. But I also believe that, there are resources and things that are given to us to check on ourselves while we're still here, while we're still living and breathing and doing what we have to do. And, we know in a lot of cases that sometimes when they catch certain illnesses, it's too late. But we want to make sure that we're doing some of those preventative things to avoid situations that could be like this. So definitely praying for her and praying to anyone that she may have been in relations, with. She's a young girl. She's very young. So to have been living with this for so long and then to have all of these different links with different males in the entertainment industry, that's pretty scary when you think about that those males have gone on to have babies and have relations with other men and women or whomever, that they decide to get down with. And that's kind of like how it works. It's not just with AIDS, it's with any STD. It's like when you've got a lot of things going on, those risks kind of spread around. And Lauren said, what's her name again? It's Gina Tew. So it's GenaTew. That's her name. So, and I'm happy to share that story with you all from Zeewiththetea. You all make sure that you're following her. But that was a lot. And last but not least, I also want to check in with you all now. My girl Whitney from New York Girl, shout out to her. She actually put me in tune with this story. Have you all been seeing the pink sauce? Let me know if you guys been seeing the pink sauce on Instagram. It's been a lot of backlash from the creator of that sauce, y'all. She's been shipping it and it's not been refrigerated and it's got like milk and some other stuff in there. And people have been trying to duplicate the recipe and all of that stuff. And she got on live this week, and let me take a sip because this was a little embarrassing. She didn't know what the FDA was, y'all. People were asking her, was her sauce FDA regulated? Because she was sending it, when she put it on her social media, you could see the ingredients that were in there that clearly if you ship it, especially while it's the summertime right now, so no matter where you're shipping it to, it's probably a little hot unless you're in Alaska. Okay. You can't do stuff like that. Like, think about if you buy something that's supposed to be cold, it's typically showing up with some type of dry ice. It's showing up with something that's going to keep it the appropriate temperature that it needs to be because it's a food item, right? You're not supposed to ship sauce and stuff like that, unless it's something that can be dried or it doesn't need to be refrigerated. You're not supposed to be sending that off. Well, she received a lot of backlash and a lot of questions from different followers and people that were on this particular live. And when they asked her, was it FDA related? She didn't even know what the FDA was. I'm like, baby, stop. Don't sell that sauce no more. You're going to get yourself in trouble. You're going to get yourself. So Lynn has heard about the pink sauce. Lauren hasn't heard about the pink sauce. Sis, if you just hashtag pink sauce on TikTok or Instagram or probably even Facebook, you're going to see exactly what we're talking about. Oh no is the first thing that I thought, because it's just like, baby, how do you not know what the FDA is? Like, what? Queen, Miss Boss checking in. Okay, make sure, sis, that you drop the links. Now, y'all know I got accessories and stuff too, but my sis, she got everything that you need. So y'all make sure y'all go and shop and support her. Sis, drop your link in the comments. And Lauren, I still don't see the link to the thing. Make sure you drop that before the end of the show tonight. We want to come out to your art show and come and support you. Lauren also added, good grief, Charlie Brown. Sis, she's selling this sauce in the mail and it's not refrigerated and it's got milk and oil and all types of other weird stuff. And it's pink. It's literally a pink sauce, y'all. When Whitney told me about it last week, I was like, what is going on? Oh, and speaking of which, for all my people that are in the South suburban area of Illinois, did y'all check out Chug-a-Lugs yet? It's the rooftop bar over in Homewood. Okay. So make sure y'all go in there. I mean, the first couple of days I went for their grand opening last week. It was really nice, but we weren't able to get too much service because it was off the chain in there. But make sure y'all go and check them out. So that's what's happening, and that's what's in the streets. Lynn said it looked like real thick Pepto-Bismol. It did. Yes, that's exactly what it looked like. But she had it in like a Heinz ketchup container, which was super weird. I'm just like, girl, cut it out before you get yourself in trouble. We're going to do a lot of things, but we're not going to do that. Okay. So that's what's happening and what's up in the street. So, y'all just stay in tune. We got to stay safe out here. We have to stay informed. Okay. Again, we getting tested. We paying attention to what's going on in the political world. Okay. And we are looking out for the children. Because that woman that had to shoot her husband because he was doing that stuff to them kids, baby, I don't think I know too many of my listeners that probably wouldn't have reacted the same. Bing bong.
Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Y'all ready to vent or no? What y'all want to do? What y'all want to do? Make sure, okay, she dropped the link for y'all. Make sure y'all come out and support, okay? Art with Lauren B. Y'all support my girl, support my good sis. So tonight's topic, you know, I told you all, look, get it off your chest. Get it off your chest. We need to vent. I need a vent session. And I was like, you know what? I could just vent. I could call one of my girlfriends or call one of my people, talk to my hubby. But I said, you know what? Now we're going to do that tonight on the show. So if you are tuning in with me, I'm going to share a little bit about what's been going on with me. Okay. And I would love to hear some of the things that's been going on with you, because, you know, when you got some things going on, you never want to feel like you're alone out here. Okay. So I know somebody's going to feel me. So y'all know I provided you all a very healthy update of things that were going on. Oh, wait, Lauren said the link to my art show. I think everyone will enjoy themselves. Absolutely. Here's the link here. Y'all make sure y'all go get in the comments, go and support my girl. So, okay, I told you guys last week about what happened with the Passed Up promotion. So y'all know it's like a trilogy. We got to follow up. So they on vacation, y'all, and this week has been HE double hockey sticks. It's been so bad. I was so exhausted yesterday, y'all, that I literally came in the house, and shout out to Popeyes because, ooh, baby, I had like probably some of the best spicy chicken strips that I had. I haven't been eating too many fried foods. You know, MzMetchi's trying to get it together over here, get this body together. So I haven't been really eating any fried foods, but I wanted some chicken strips. But I was so tired from work that yesterday when I came home after I had my little chicken tenders, I sat up long enough to probably let it digest. And I passed out on the couch. I'm literally handling everything. I'm handling everything. Like I'm running the entire building, and it's been this way since the end of last week. I'm by myself all this week. I'll probably be by myself the top of the start of next week. And y'all, I am stressed out. Like today, I had to go into work. We had a blood drive. So, you know, that's a lot of preparation to get things together. There's a lot of things that have to be done to get all of that together. You know, and then just doing the day-to-day stuff. And then, you know, I had told you all a few months ago that I did get somewhat like a promotion where, you know, I'm on the management team for a high rise, but then we have also added, I guess as the bonus, which I wish they would have kept it now that I think back about it. We are managing a retail sector for a historic building that's not too far from our location. So, you know, and for anybody, if you ever had to manage like a space, or if you've ever had to manage like a larger retail type of client, it is stressful. Y'all, they've been going in on me this week. I'm tired. I almost was about to cancel the show tonight because I was just like, I am beat. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this read that I had to do today because they had me messed up. Auntie Tracy said truth. Girl, yes, you know I'm going to tell the truth. Lauren got the surprise face, sis. That was my face. Yes, baby. I've been by myself the entire time. And they have been, you ever do your job, right? And then your superiors still go in on you like you didn't actually do the right thing? Example number one. So with the retail sector, we we had someone that was pushing back, all the vendors and different clients and tenants, they have to have insurance. Their insurance requirements are listed in their lease. Okay. Once your lease is executed, okay, meaning that it's signed, both parties, it's signed, sealed, and delivered. You're not changing that unless you're going to pay the legal fees to get it changed. Bing bong. So there's that. We have a lot of people that push back on the insurance limits. Naturally, being in the downtown Chicagoland area, you got to have your money up. Minimum $2 million. $5 million in umbrella coverage, just in case you got to put a claim in. So we have a tenant that was pushing back. I did everything right. I ended up receiving an email that basically had been passed around a couple times, right? So this email had been passed around, and then when it finally got to me, I kid you not, y'all, there were maybe about 17 people that were copied in on it, and I could tell that they were the higher ups, right? So by the time it got to me, what I did was I simply put my reply in. I blind copy all of the other people that were on the email because I'm just like, okay, I want to let them know, like, you've reached the right person. We got it, and then I dropped. So essentially, when you blind copy somebody, for those that don't know, you are kind of kicking them off the email. The last communication that they should receive is when you actually reply back to the person that sent you the email, but they're blind copy. So I do this, and I left the people on that were supposed to be on, that I knew. I'm like, these are the contacts. And I sent the email back. I, updated the lady, answered all of the questions, gave next steps, said, hey, this is what we need to do. Y'all, I get the nastiest email back. She said, Demetria, no hi, no hello, no salutation, nothing. Hi, Demetria, dash. I know you're new here. Do not ever, in all caps, copy in, and then she listed the emails and the names of the contacts not to ever copy in. I don't understand why they were copied or why you would send anything to them or reach out to them. They're the higher ups, and you should never send them an email directly and blah, 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 blah. I was like, so I read it. I'm like, oh, takes a sip. It was coffee at the time. As you can see, I transferred it over to wine. So I replied back because, for one, I'm like, I'm not new here. I'm not even new to the company. I've been with the company for a couple years, but I've been within the commercial real estate industry for well over 6, going into 7 years. So what you're going to do, you're going to put just a little bit more respect on my name. But I didn't go there. I just said, hello, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to say her name. Hello. Like, thank you for reaching out. Hello, blah, 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 blah. Thank you for reaching out. I'm like, I've enjoyed being with the company for a couple years. I'm like, I did copy in those individuals as I saw that they were on the email thread that was sent over to me by my manager. I won't say his name. I was like, I only copied them in to convey that I had taken up, I had received the task and I responded back to the tenant. I thought that blind copying them would be the best, the best resolution to the issue, so that they could see that I had reached out and also know that the tenant was being taken care of. I was like, my apologies. I'll never reach out to them in the future again. They won't receive any more communications from our office. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Demetria Brown. Signature. Because what? People that, if you are a higher up manager and you're listening in, right? That's usually what people would do, right? They're gonna blind copy you because you're right. Yes, some certain things should not have even reached your desk in the first place because they didn't follow the workflow that they were supposed to. But then you send me an email trying to scold me when I actually did the right thing. I could have copied all of them in and kept them on the thread like how it was the last time. So it was okay for the tenant to reach out to them, but me as the worker, I'm trying to resolve this, and you're telling me that I can't do that. So naturally, she comes back with, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I thought that you were the new APM that was there. Da, 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 da. I completely understand. And if we've ever communicated before, my apologies. I'm like, yeah, come with that energy. So 2 seconds later, my AVP called. because he was on the email thread too. I left him on there because I'm like, he's somebody that's significant. Like, he's somebody that should be copied. And he's like, D, because that's what they call me at work. I hate that. D, I just tell them to call me D, y'all, because I don't want them messing up my name. My name is Demetria. Okay. But they mess it up. So I'm just like, okay, y'all call me D. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know the vibes. So he's just like, D, I just want to say you're doing a great job with holding everything down and taking care of everybody. Let whatever she said just roll off your back. You know, he's like, but I appreciated the sharp comeback. He was like, because I probably would have done the same thing. You know, he was like, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. I'm like, okay, thank you. Because I'm like, baby, don't come for me. Not when I've been on conference calls and I've seen you not know what you're talking about. And I know more than everybody on the call. So now I'm at a place where it's like, I don't feel no resolve, y'all, honestly. Like, I go to work, like, I love the task of what I do, but I just, like, when you don't feel valued or you don't feel appreciated, like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't stay places too long where the vibe is off, right? Like, the vibe is off. We're not stuck. Like, I talk to so many people, like, I can't leave. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't carry that spirit. So now I'm like this. You passed me up for a promotion that was due to me. I'm literally reporting to someone that doesn't know what they're doing, and she's actually a sweet girl. So, I was a little bit concerned, honey, because I'm like, are we going to have a problem? Do we have a problem? But she's actually much nice. She's super nice. But she doesn't know how to do anything because she came from a different property. I told y'all last week, she came from a different property that they have a completely different set of logistics of how they handle things. So here I am. I've gotten passed up for this promotion. And even though I was like in my feelings, I said, okay, you got to go to work. You still got to show up. And then they have to basically hold down the fort for an average of about maybe 9 to 10 business days. Y'all know that I got to have some conversations when my manager return, right? Like, hey, yo, bing bong. It's me again. Let's have a conversation. So, my manager, she's checking emails and she's like texting me on the side, like, escalated to this person. I'm like, why? They don't even know what they're doing. Nobody knows how to do what I do. You ever been that essential person where it's just like, don't nothing happen, don't nothing shake unless you shake it? I'm the shaker. It's me. It's me. And it's super frustrating to be in places when you feel like you don't belong there, or you've outgrown them, right? And I personally want to talk about it and get it off my chest because like I said, people that do know me, I typically will keep a lot of things. I hold it in, I do all of that, but put some respect on my name. That's the phrase for today. Put some respect on my name. If you know that you the bomb at what you do and you doing your stuff, they need to put some respect on your name too. No. I'm a Black woman in corporate America. I matter as well. You can't give me the lesser and then expect me to do the most. You feel me? And that's what's on me right now. It's not easy. It's not easy being on to run a high rise. But then now you got a whole retail sector, and my retail tenants are more needy than my commercial people. Way more needy. What do y'all do when y'all feel unappreciated? Don't it be time to move around? Let me get in these comments. Yeah, everybody's just saying, shaking my head. Lauren said that lady don't get her entire life. Girl, when she texts me in all caps, like my biggest thing, and I tell anybody that's working with me, I don't care if it just say hi, H-I. If you won't come in my email and you asking me to do something, or you have a request, you have an inquiry, you speak to me. If you call me on the phone, you're not just going to say Demetria, you're going to say hello. So you better do the same thing when it comes to email. You are in a place, it does not matter what color you are, if you're a man or you're a woman, demand your respect. I'm typically always the youngest person on my team, but you gonna come correct when you come to me. You call this phone and you call yelling and talking crazy, I'm gonna hang up on you. I've done it so many times, and I've done it in front of management, because nowhere in my job description does it say that I have to put up with being berated by the very people that we serve. Do you feel me? Does somebody feel me that handles things and you got to be the customer and you have to do all of that? And you know what I'm saying? You going to put some respect. You're not going to type me and scream at me via email. You better make it lowercase. Bing bong. Let's go. Auntie Tracy said, awesome. Yes, I'm an advocate for standing up for yourself in the workplace. Auntie Tracy said, that's right. Another set of eyes. Lauren said, I'm glad your boss said that to you. I was so glad that he called me because I was about to go. I just was about to just walk away from my desk. Lynn said, you handled it just because. Thank you. Like I had to advocate for myself. Lauren said that you showed up. Your blessings are coming. Sis, I received that. I need you to know that I received that. Lynn said, all caps throw me into another dimension. Cuz when somebody messages me in all caps and it's not something exciting, you're not talking about no money. You're not talking about, oh yeah, girl, we closed the office. You can work from home. You're not telling me no good news. And you're coming through my email in all caps. After you started your email and just said my name and put that funky dash at the end versus saying hello, Demetria with a comma. Or you to spell my name wrong and you talking crazy and you talking in all caps. You screaming at me. You're screaming. Auntie Tracy said, I may have snapped. You handle it with grace. Bravo. Absolutely. There's power in handling things with grace. What Lauren said, your blessings do come to you. Your blessings come to you when you handle things the right way. I will always pride myself on that because I'm just like, I be wanting to act up, but y'all know, okay, I'm sorry. But, I know I have people that tune in that are of other races, but right now I just want to speak specifically to Black women specifically that have been in the corporate atmosphere. You all know that sometimes when we advocate for ourselves, it comes off as aggressive. It comes off as us being feisty. I got them using my word spicy. I'm just like, they're about to get a spicy response, so someone should hop in. I always give my team a warning. Hey, this is above me. They played me yesterday on some stuff, had a tenant berating me. All the higher-ups were copied in. I'll say, I'll do something for this. Drop off the person that sent the nasty email. Can one of you all hop in? I think that this situation is above me now. Because it's like, if y'all gonna pass me up for an opportunity, please don't expect like super, super executive actions when you've already left me lower on the totem pole. I'm gonna need you to hop in. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and take care of that. It's a lot going on. Get it together. Lauren said that the all caps that's yelling with words. I agree. Lynn said, you better make it lowercase. I'm using that. Yes, you better make it lowercase. Talk to me with a little bit of grace and humility. Talk to me with respect. Talk to me with the same dignity and the same, respect that you would want someone to treat you. And y'all, it's been super stressful. Auntie Tracy said, are you hollering at me? Yes. If you are coming through my email, my text message, anything where I have to I got to read your words and I'm not hearing it. I have to see it. And it's all caps. You excited about something. Now that could be a positive excitement or a negative one. But if it's not positive, don't bring that my way. I feel like tonight's vent session for me is reaching a ceiling, right? Reaching a ceiling. And it's happened to me, not just in my corporate life, but it's also happened in my business. It's happened in different things where it's just like, it's frustrating when it happens. It's super frustrating. It's frustrating when you've hit a ceiling and you know that there's more to what's going on. I know that for the work that I'm doing right now, I am missing out on possibly anywhere between an additional $10,000 to $20,000 for what I do. And I told you all, I feel like I need to just put on my resume, I'm a master of operations, because I am. I was wired a little bit different than people. So it's like I'm able to go into different industries. I've been in a multitude of industries over my years of working. I've been working since I was 15. My first job, y'all know, I flipped them burgers at White Castles. Came home, onions in my shoes. I done got it out in the mud, baby. White booty. I was a caregiver. I've done all types of stuff, and I worked in the financial industry. I've been in commercial real estate. Commercial real estate is the best. That's where the money is, but it's not a lot of us. I believe that honestly, they passed up on me possibly getting that promotion because they weren't ready to see someone like me there in that space, but they didn't want to see me there, but still wanted to utilize me there. And if you've ever felt like that you're kind of being taken advantage of, or whatever the case is, it's important for us to talk about this stuff because, you look at people's things. Like I've had several people say to me, like, I just look at your social media, everything just looks perfect. I'm like, baby, you have no idea. You have no idea the things that have gone on in my life, the things that I've been through, the hurdles that I still have to jump over all of the time. And that's why when I was thinking about, I was like, what could be a topic? I was like, I think that we should talk the real about some of the things that happen. The stuff, I've had such a discouraging week that it inspired me to do Corporate Chronicles again. For real this time. Like, I feel like I've brought it up before and I'm just like, whatever. But I've got so much new content and so much advice to offer. And that turning pain into power is something that I have to do even when I don't feel like it. I don't feel the charge for it. Right? It's heavy sometimes, it's heavy, but you got to do something with the energy. I know I can't hold it in. I know I'm not going to do that. So I'm interested to hear some of the things that you all have got going on. So, like I said, if you don't want to drop it here, because sometimes people want to just keep it to themselves, and I respect that. But I would love to just hear some of the things. Like, what are some of the things y'all want to get off y'all chest? If y'all want to do that before we leave one another this evening, feel free to. Whatever it is that you're going through, you're not alone. I know that, it feels like that sometimes when you're going through things. It feels like, hey, I'm genuinely by myself in this. I don't have the support, or I don't, have the understanding or the compassion or the things that's needed for you to feel okay. But, whatever it is that's going on, you're going to get through it. I'm going to get through it. The best thing about bad days is that they end, right? Bad weeks, they end. And you get to start anew. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for everything that's going on, and just taking it all in stride. I mean, people going to act a fool, but you got to check people. Like this week, I just wasn't having it. I'm like, what y'all not going to do is not put no respect on my name. You better put some respect on my name. Tracy said, say that. Yes, ma'am. Lauren said, all caps me with happy thoughts. Yes. Hi, happy Thursday. I literally have some tenants that when they like they will message me, and they'll message in all caps, and then they'll come and see me like, yes, I was excited. I was screaming, and it'd be good stuff. The crazy part about it is I only get the bad stuff from the people that are actually on the teams, not so much as from the actual tenants. Because I had to establish things with them. Like, I've definitely had people that have called, or they've come in there into the office or whatever the case is. And I'm real dramatic. Y'all know I'm dramatic. Ooh! Did you think I was deaf? I've literally asked the tenant that. He came in and he was screaming. I was like, ooh! What? I said, did you think that I went deaf? Why would you say something like that? I was like, because you came in and you were yelling. I was just hoping that maybe we could bring it down to a 5. It's currently at about a 9.75. That's an uncomfortable volume for me. How can I help you? Because who are you talking to? What? Lauren said, my whole basement flooded today. I'm so mad. She said, that's my rant. Sis, first, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Lauren, look, and anybody, if you had flooding in your basement, okay, that ain't nothing to play with. It's not nothing to play with. It leaves long-standing issues long after the water that has seeped out of the house. Girl, I'm sending you dry vacuums. I'm sending them your way, sis. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that happened. And I believe that is a rent, baby, because that stuff get costly. Then why don't nobody talk about how expensive it is to own a house? Everybody be like, you need to be a homeowner. I'm like, no, you don't. Let them apartment people take care of you. I miss my apartment maintenance team. I miss them. So that was all that I had to rant about. So, we gonna get through the week. We gotta kick it. So whatever it is that you're going through, we gonna get through it. So, man, I just, like I said, I just had to talk about it. I was like, it's a little bit too much for me. It's a little bit too much. So we're gonna take a real quick break. And then when I come back, I have tonight's quote of the night. We'll be right back.
The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Hey y'all, it's your girl MzMetchi checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. And now, introducing one of the newest BossFluent creations, Lady. Lady is a women's fragrance that will leave men mesmerized and have you feeling beyond amazing. Its sweet and soft aroma will bring out your inner divine feminine and keep him wanting more, over and over again. Lady, a BossFluent product coming soon. Make sure you check out our fragrances and much more online at www.bossfluentent.com.
Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the quote of the night. I got a good one for y'all tonight. It's real good.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Okay, so let's get into it. You've got to ask yourself what you're living for, who you're living for. And if none of those answers begin with you, then you're living your life wrong. You're living a lie. Everything you do should revolve around you. Every person, every place, every moment should start and end with you. This is your life, and you shouldn't spend it on dull things or with people who don't understand the type of love you carry within your bones. Because you only live once, and it's your job to make it count. So let every day be yours. Own it and never apologize for being who you are. Okay? So that is tonight's quote of the night. Had to give y'all that one because I know somebody feels me on that. Okay? So y'all make sure that y'all get in tune with the quote of the night. I just want to thank you all so much for tuning in with me. Shout out to Fluent Radio, Indie 101.5, Philly Jams 95.3 FM, and Mixed Talk Media. And of course, to my amazing sponsors, okay? Black Dollar Days, Paris Ice Bar, Fiya Infusions, and of course, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. And I know, do y'all see the drip? Y'all see the drip? That's Lavish Looks, y'all. Okay, so make sure y'all get in tune. I've got just a couple weeks. I've got 2 more weeks before I'm going to be out in August to enjoy some fun in the sun, stick these toes in the sand, and have my drinks in hand. Okay, so I love y'all, and I'll be back next week with, of course, another amazing show so that we can talk and catch up. I'm going to get into these comments real quick before we head out. Lauren said, she said, I hate being a homeowner sometimes. Girl, I feel you on that. She said, it's a love-hate relationship. Girl, I need you to know we here. Me and you, we are here, okay? But until next time, I'll see y'all next week, okay? Bye.